So let's continue this a little bit. Present all three devices. One of Raschid's new toys. It's from a country far east of here. It runs with water alone. Raschid and his friends, a Jew, a Muslim and a converted Christian. Yet their quarrels are always playful, full of wisdom and curiosity. Plain wood with stone eyes that tread over lady. With no mechanism or machinery, no one knows how she works.
Not much, I suppose.
It's fitted perfectly into the device, small container, but can easily be removed. Usually holds water. Another new device, a songbird device. This one works with steam. Pure ingenuity. Water to cool off in the afternoon. Too heavy to carry around. A wick dipped in a tallow and wrapped in wax. This too must have been a clever invention once. How easy it is to lose one's sense of awe. I like that insight. Ribbed vaults and pointed arches. These southern builders are geniuses. Certainly are.
What is he doing now? On second thought, why don't you save the lady for last? Otherwise, the other two devices might appear bland and boring in comparison.
Okay.
I agree.
It is empty. Mount for water bowl. It usually holds the small container. I'll put it back soon, but the device needs water. Fair enough. It's operated by steam, I assume. It is filled with water. And then
Now, Jack will heat the water in the tank.
I was about to say, we need a flame. Raschid must never know I burned down a cathedral. Oh. Well.
It's so beautiful it will make you cry. Just listen.
The Banu Musa? The Banu Musa brothers were three scholars of Persian descent, lived in Baghdad in the 9th century. They're known for the Book of Ingenious Devices, a large illustrated collection of mechanical appliances and automata. Those automata were largely designed for entertainment, but featured innovative engineering. The brothers also wrote books on astronomy, astrology and geometry, the last of which had a great influence on both Islamic and European mathematicians.
But how marvelous!
How does it work?
Maybe it's a miracle.
Sure.
Right.
Go on, Jack. Tell them.
No, I'll explain it.
There's a hidden wheel inside the box. It turns an axle that in return raises and drops a sequence of small cylinders inside. These cylinders work like fingers playing a flute.
But who is blowing into the flute?
Steam.
Steam?
Yes. When I opened the pipe, it gradually pushed itself into the tube.
The power of steam. For once, I must agree. This is brilliant.
Of course! It was created by a Muslim after all.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What else have you got, Raschid?
Anyone care for some tea?
Thank you, my daughter. We will have some as soon as Jack has finished our presentation.
Mind if I watch?
Of course not.
So, who is this man?
Aisha, she brought tea, but of course there's just a pretense.
Jack
She's too
is a
clever.
friend
This
of
is
the
an
house.
excuse to listen.
Don't let me distract you, Jack.
How old is she?
You really like to take your time with this. Don't keep us waiting.
Alright.
A brilliant man, a scholar and a talented artist. Just the other day, he explained Euclid to me.
What is that?
A shady spot to avoid the midday sun.
A
To
Greek
surround
who
oneself
wrote a
with
book called
wonders.
The Elements of Geometry.
How do
The
I...
Egyptians translated it into Arabic, and now the Englishmen are turning it into Latin.
This isn't part of the presentation.
Peculiar.
Raschid, when this is done, would you give me the statuette in exchange for my slingshot?
Only if you can tell me how she works.
It's a deal.
And you finish the performance for my friends.
Yes, go on, please.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Right, so now I have another bowl. Do I need to fill it up again?
I could watch this man scoop up water all day.
Nice.
Now that's not how she works.
Maybe the donkey statue? Donkey device?
Now, watch the head. Just any moment now. There. Did you see?
It threw up.
Raschid, this is disgusting.
Oh, far from it. Would you kindly explain how it works, Jack?
Would I kindly?
You see that bowl floating on top of the water? At the bottom of that bowl is a small hole. Through it, the bowl is slowly filled with liquid. Once it's full, it sinks, pulling a string which makes the ball drop onto a weight. This, in return, pulls the bowl up again, emptying it in the process.
Thus resetting the entire mechanism.
If you timed it perfectly, you could make it drop a ball at every hour.
Turning it into a clock.
How clever.
For me, it's still nothing more than a puking donkey.
Show us more, Raschid.
One could join those two and build a singing donkey clock. One song after every hour.
That would be pretty clever.
I know, right? You could be the one to build it.
Oh, that would be unfair. It's your invention.
I would let you have it. Or we design it together.
You still haven't shown us that statuette yet.
Of course. Jack, if you may.
Right, what does it do? Oh,
Oh, you will love this. Just watch.
I need to put it somewhere cold.
And now?
Just be patient, but don't look away. It takes some time for her to...
To do what?
Cry?
Is it crying?
Isn't that amazing?
No, it's irritating. Raschid, what is going on?
We have no idea how it works.
Raschid, please.
We all know that there is no such thing as a man-made miracle.
And this piece of wood is very clearly made by man.
I very much agree, my friends. But so far, none of us has an explanation.
All we know for certain is that her glassy eyes shed tears when you move her from warmth into cold.
Like a plant at sunrise?
Oh, is it something like
Like
dew?
dew.
Yeah.
The only difference is the surface. That's all.
This man's got a smart daughter. Ask her to go on.
I think you may be onto something.
Am I? Of course, I had no intention of disturbing your conversation. But if you can find out why there's dew gathering on a plant, you may understand why that woman is so weepy. So, who wants a cup of tea?
I'll have some.
Your daughter is quite something, Raschid. A scholar in her own right.
I know. I'd rather she wasn't. It
Why?
would make marrying her off so much easier.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'm certain that won't stay a problem for long.
Oh.
Maybe the dew originates from invisible water in the air.
Do you see them looking at
Water
each
that
other?
stays hidden when it's hot.
This spells trouble for Aliena. On the Camino de Compostela.
The pilgrim trails across France converged at Osterbat in the foothills of the Pyrenees. There, the group of 20 or so pilgrims who had been travelling alongside me since I'd left Tours swelled to about 70. Some were prosperous citizens, some probably on the run from justice, a few drunks, and several monks and clergymen. Several languages were spoken, including Flemish, a German tongue, and a southern French language called Oc. Nevertheless, there was no lack of communication among them, and as we crossed the Pyrenees, they sang, played games, told stories, and in several cases had love affairs. While my baby and I kept mostly to ourselves.
This is the Middle Ages. What are people doing? Sounds like a fun time though. Traveling with this group.
Ganz schön frech, die mit ihrem Kind.
Oh, that's German.
Hush now.
Richtig dreist.
He's annoyed that our kid's crying.
Kann ein Mann nicht einfach mal seine Ruhe haben? Der Weg aus Babenberg war doch anstrengend genug.
Can't a man have some quiet time?
Ein Kind hat ja auch gar nichts verloren. Stimmt doch, oder?
This is no place for a child.
Jetzt ist aber gut.
That's enough now, his wife says.
I'm sorry. He has to cry himself out before he'll fall asleep. It will give you a strong voice one day, won't it? Do you have children?
I want to make contact with them, if I can.
How long have you been traveling to get here?
They don't speak English, I suppose.
I met pilgrims from as far east as Franconia.
That's not very far east.
I am sorry. We'll go for a walk so you can get some rest.
Some of the wood was already there, for all the pilgrims who passed through. People just leave it here? That's nice. I don't understand them. Is that a German tongue? That's right, Germans being grumpy again. Do I want to read the Amores to them?
I doubt anyone wants this book around here.
Right. You said there were love affairs going on. Path leading away. No, tomorrow I'll leave. Across the bridge. Down to the riverside. The town was granted bridge privileges, so all pilgrims must pass through here. The town's merchants profit greatly. Help the woman. Current location east side of the Arga. Most pilgrims stay near the spring in town. I thought the river would be quieter. Now I'm making all the noise.
Come back to me. Please come back to me.
That poor soul. Maybe I can help her somehow. Sure. Let's talk to her.
Where are you? Where did you go?
Dear Lord, what are you doing? You should get out of the water. It's freezing.
My ring. I lost my ring. Dear Lord, please show mercy.
Let's help her find it.
The cold will kill you.
I can't leave without my ring.
Is it getting darker? I wonder what Jack looks like nowadays.
She's not listening.
Kill her.
I'm glad I never had to use my dagger on my journey. I'm only keeping it for emergencies.
Right.
She's not listening.
Come back to me.
Moist
Please
soil.
come back to me.
It is getting darker, isn't it? Oh, I see some reflection there or something. In the starlight.
Where are you? Where did you go?
I found it. Let's save this. It's been a while.
She's not listening. I found it.
Yes! Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You are a very kind woman. So very, very kind.
I'm glad I could help.
Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
I can see this ring is very precious to you.
It was a gift from my stepmother. She thought I would stay forever, but I didn't.
Are you getting warmer?
I am, thank you.
Just making sure.
Why did you leave?
Oh, I thought I didn't belong. She always said I was her daughter, but I was sure she was lying. I was so selfish and so stupid. Too stupid to see I really was happy.
Tell me about your stepmother.
She was such a kind woman. So very, very kind.
Maybe you really weren't happy.
I don't know. I was very young and thought I was unhappy because I didn't live close to the sea. But in the end, the sea did not feel the same about me. The cold there made me sick. It took away my sight.
It was courageous of you to leave. You did what your heart told you to.
I was stupid. So stupid.
Ah, that's why you went on the pilgrimage.
Yes, so that St. James might see my devotion, and I will be united with my mother in heaven. I'm just not as kind as you. Not kind at all.
Actually, we two have quite a few things in common. I too am trying to make amends with the one man I loved the most. I was told he went straight to Santiago.
You will know soon.
Not soon enough. It's still 4 weeks till I get there.
He'll be there, I'm sure of it.
I hope so. I just feel that with every day that passes, I'm losing him a bit more. And that the only thing I can allow myself still to hope for is not love, but forgiveness.
I understand.
Hey, hush now. Not long now and our journey will be over, hmm?
Camino de Santiago. El Camino de Santiago, also known as the Way of St. James, is a Christian pilgrimage route to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, where the remains of Jesus' apostle St. James the Greater were presumably put to rest. The pilgrimage to Santiago, besides Jerusalem and Rome, is one of the most important pilgrimages in Christianity, and is believed to be one of the only ways to free a pilgrim of their sins. By the 12th century, it has become a well-organized undertaking. It has... Oh, we are in the 12th century, right. Even a book was written as a travel guide for pilgrims, the Codex Calixtinus, supporting the pilgrims in completing their travel. The scallop shell is used to guide the pilgrims on their way and serves as a symbol of St. James and the Camino, because at the end of their travel, the pilgrims will almost have reached the ocean. Oh, do I need to make choices again? Right, so we're in Spain now. We've crossed the Pyrenees. Pamplona, next one is cities Logroño, Burgos, Bilbao. To the south is Zaragoza, Madrid and Toledo. Porto, Santiago de Compostela, León. Puente del Reina.
The woman's name was Alba. She came from a small town somewhere in Catalonia. I quickly got used to her constantly feeling out for her stepmother's ring and the sad guilt that would always follow in her milky eyes.
So is it not a group of 70 anymore, just the two of them traveling?
I wasn't sure if she appreciated my company, but I couldn't leave her on her own either. By the time we reached Los Arcos, she'd stopped talking, while I kept on dropping a kind word here and there to let her know I was still by her side.
Right, Burgos.
Alba believed herself to be of weak
Nice.
mind and body, and yet she walked the Camino with a strong sense of purpose that willed her onward. It made me wonder about what I'd told her about my own journey. Did I hope for love? Or was I really traveling because I needed him to forgive me? But what was there to forgive? My decision to marry Alfred had been in the best interest of the people of Shiring. It was a sacrifice I had to make to stop the evil reign of William Hamley. These questions had haunted me for a long time now. But if I really was going to see Jack soon, it was time to make up my mind.
León.
Around Lyon, the path began to gradually turn uphill. It was only 2 more weeks till we'd reached Santiago. The baby was in a good mood, and so, surprisingly, was Alba. After Astorga, the trail got more difficult. Alba became slower and slower, and we had to rest more. She became quiet again. The strain on her old body grew, and she worried that she might not be able to reach the end. Still, we managed to push onward. The next morning, she refused to get up.
Oh no.
Her breathing was disturbingly shallow, and she hardly noticed me touching her forehead. Everything hurts, she said, and urged me to continue without her. Of course, I stayed with her. I brought her food and water and sat by her side. But day after day, her condition grew worse. She kept on urging me to go, to find Jack, saying the monks of Ponferrada would take care of her. I'd hardly known her, and most of the time she'd tried to push me away, as if she considered herself a nuisance that slowed me down and who didn't deserve company. It wasn't until a few moments before she died that, for the first time, she smiled at me, and I like to believe that she saw me smile back.
Aww.
I still like to believe that here, in this unlikely place, dying next to a near stranger, she'd found a moment of serenity and happiness, but she'd not reached Santiago.
Did we mess that up?
When I left, that thought still haunted me. To see that a journey could come to an end so suddenly. But what would be different if she had reached Santiago? Could she have been disappointed by what she found?
Head on to Santiago de Compostela. Compostela, I suppose.
After
After
months
1
of hard
month.
travel, the child and I finally reached Santiago de Compostela. In the evening, we attended Mass in the great cathedral, then started to roam the town looking for my dear Jack. It was almost dawn when finally a priest pointed me to an inn close by.
Innkeeper, she must see many people passing by. I'm getting closer. Resting pilgrim, night air is mild. Sun will go up soon. Crackling fire, cozy and warm. Another cathedral. Jack may have been there. He never gets tired of them. Someone left them there, or forgot them. Another group of drunk pilgrims. Another inn for pilgrims. I was told Jack stayed here, but where did he go then?
Buenos dias. Do you understand me?
She speaks Spanish now.
Sinto ben, pero non temos camas dispoñibles.
No, I don't
No
need a
free
room.
rooms.
I was told a friend of mine stayed here some time ago. A red-haired Englishman called Jack. Do you remember him?
Eu só che falo en galego, miña rula.
Français? English? Have
Latin?
you seen a man called Jack Builder? Jack? He's a mason.
Jack Jackson?
Yes, have you seen him?
Pásanche por aquí centos de peregrinos, e cada un eche de seu pai. Vas ter que ser algo máis específica.
I don't understand.
She doesn't remember specifics, but he passed through here or something?
I was told that Jack stayed here, but how can I make myself understood?
Sit at the fire. Find a translator. Amore.
I'm looking for a man who likes to read a lot.
E logo anda sempre cun libro en riba.
Have you seen anyone like that?
Pero, por que levas un libro en riba? Basta escangallar co peso.
She doesn't even understand that I'm looking for a person yet.
Show the baby right. Daddy.
Oh, que cousiña. Eche rubio.
See, redhead.
Rubio.
Have you seen his father, Padre del Niño? Jack Builder?
Ven sendo un peregrino?
What?
É un peregrino?
Oh, no. He's not a pilgrim.
Entón, quen ven sendo?
Point at something, yeah. The cathedral.
Let me show you something. He's a mason. He builds things like that.
Ah, eche masón. Albanel.
Mason.
See, a mason. It's the same word in Galician.
Por aquí pasan unha morea de masóns. Non me poderías dicir algo máis sobre el?
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Polo visto,
Toledo.
di que se chama Jack.
Yes, Jack. Have you seen him?
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero ben é certo que non chai moitos masóns rubios aos que lles guste ler. Se tan desesperada está, por que non vai a Toledo a comprobalo por si mesma?
Entón, marchou para Toledo.
Toledo.
He went to Toledo?
A Toledo marchou, sí.
Di que o teu Jack podería estar en Toledo.
All right.
Could be in Toledo.
I will go to Toledo then. Gracias. I just pray that I understood you correctly.
This is a cute riddle, especially for someone who understands like some Spanish, like I do, but not really a lot. Could be that they said something entirely different, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. Travel to Toledo, yeah. We will do that in the next episode, though. See you then, bye-bye.